Welcome to the Fear and Greed Afternoon Report for Tuesday, the 12th of July, 2022. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 finished up very slightly, just 4 points, to 6,606 points. Utilities, consumer staples and healthcare stocks led the way, while financials also did pretty well. Material stocks fell back. The banks did well, led by National Australia Bank and Commonwealth Bank, which both jumped more than 1%. Woolworths and Coles both rose around 2%, while CSL increased 1.6%. Pipeline operator APA Group, healthcare organisation ResMed, and packaging giant Amcor all rose more than 2%. BHP fell back 1.4%, while diversified miner South32 was down more than 2%. Story number 2, there were a bunch of smaller corporate stories today. Australia's biggest car dealership group, AP Eagers, said its first half profit will be higher than earlier guidance, helped by the sale of the Bill Buckle Auto Group. Its share price jumped 3.3%. Viva Energy reported that total group sales volumes for the half year through June rose more than 5%, boosted by strong diesel sales, which exceeded pre-pandemic levels. Its share price jumped 2.6%. Agribusiness Costa responded to an ASX query saying it wasn't aware of any information that would surprise the market. Now, trading volumes in Costa shares have been elevated, and yesterday came out and warned about the impact of floods on crops, including navel oranges. Its share price closed down 2% today. And finally, Bloomberg is reporting that Canadian company Dye & Durham may walk away from its bid for administration services group Link Administration. The board of Link rejected Dye & Durham's offer, which had been on the table for quite a few months, yesterday. Story number 3, the US dollar is at a 2-decade high against its major peers as investors look for safe assets. And at the moment, nothing is perceived safer than the greenback. The US dollar is trading close to parity with the euro, and the latter is at its weakest level in 20 years. Pound sterling is also sharply down against the US dollar, trading around 2-year lows. The Aussie dollar is down to 67.2 US cents. It was last at this level in June 2020 after the COVID pandemic hit. Story number 4, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese believes Australia can become a renewable superpower, adding that Russia's invasion of Ukraine shows the need for countries to diversify energy supplies. Mr. Albanese said Australia had all the ingredients needed to become a major hydrogen producer and a global exporter, with more than 70 projects in the pipeline, mostly involving green hydrogen. He said while the nature of the challenge and the science wasn't in question, the ability to seize opportunities was definitely the challenge. He also gave a shout out to the New South Wales Coalition Government for its efforts in the energy transition and called on Indo-Pacific leaders to invest in renewables to shore up critical supply chains. And finally, story number 5, US President Joe Biden this morning unveiled the deepest view yet into our universe's past, taken by NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. It's the largest telescope ever built. The image shows a distant patch of sky in which galaxies were being seen just 600 million years after the Big Bang. One of the most ambitious of the Webb Telescope's missions is to study some of the first stars and galaxies that lit up the universe soon after the Big Bang. That was about 14 billion years ago. That's it for the afternoon report for Tuesday, the 12th of July, 2022. Don't forget to hit follow on the podcast and find Fear and Greed on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. Join Michael Thompson and I tomorrow morning for the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.